I welcome you guys to the video that's going to save years of your life, and not only is it going to do that, but it's going to help you achieve your wildest goals and dreams. Whatever you can think of, this is going to help you experience that and save you years of your life. 2-in-1 deal, okay? So let's begin. First things first, if you want to experience your wildest goals and dreams, you have to follow this very simple concept. Where attention goes, energy flows. And so you need to put your focus and your attention on the things you want. Okay, very cliche, Sev. I already know this. Why should I continue watching this video? Well, little did you know that your attention and your energy, a lot of your focus, okay, is going towards things that are not conducive towards your wildest goals and dreams, and you don't even know it. So I want you to pause the video right after I make this statement. Open up your phone, okay, this device, go to your usage, your screen time, and go to social media, Instagram, TikTok, whatever it may be. And I want you to check your daily hours, okay? More than likely, it's going to be anywhere from like 4 to 7 hours, maybe even more, maybe a little less. But, if you calculate that in years, how much time is being put onto these apps in years, it equals out to, casual, anywhere from 10 to 20 years. So, get that through your head. All of your attention and focus is going towards something that's not conducive towards your goals. And on top of that, you're wasting time. You're wasting away. And most of society is addicted to social media. I was addicted. You're probably addicted. And I'm here to help you with that so you can begin diverting your focus and your attention on the things that matter. Okay? Because more than likely, a lot of that time spent on those apps that you saw on your screen time was towards short form content, right? It was towards short form content, and it was most probably you're not spending 7 hours a day sending DMs trying to close sales and making money. Listen, if you're running your business on these apps, I commend you. Good for you. But you still need to cut back on, the short form, the content consumption, okay? Because let me put it to you this way. We need focus and attention in order to divert it towards the things we want, right? Like we already spoke about this before. And so where attention goes, energy flows. But if we don't have any focus or attention to expend on the things that we want, then we're not able to get the things we want, right? And we don't. We're using a lot of our time, a lot of our attention on social media. Okay, so we need to begin by cutting back on the addiction and begin focusing on the things that do matter. Okay, the things that are conducive towards your goals, because that's what's going to get you from point A to point B. That's what's going to get you experiencing the things you want. Okay, staying on these apps and just mindlessly consuming and doom scrolling, as we like to call it, is only going to waste your time and not give you the things you want. Okay. Do you want to look back in 5 or 10 years and not experience the things that you wanted to experience because you just stayed on social media all day, every day for the last 5 or 10 years and you didn't achieve anything? And on top of that, you watched a video like this. You maybe watched another video like this telling you how bad social media is for you, and you continue to do it, right? So I want this video to be the final piece of content that you consume that's going to help you, it's going to gear you towards, the things that you want to achieve. I want this to be the last video you watch before ending your social media addiction. And that's really the goal of this video, is for you to regain, take back what's yours, which is, your attention and your thinking and your focus, in order to divert it towards the things that matter. Okay. So, let's just put it into a perspective, right? Let's say you go on a hike, okay? When you go on a hike and you don't have any connection, you're not on your phone, what do you feel? If you're like most people, you probably feel at peace, right? You're not thinking about anything. You're just out in nature and you're experiencing, the frequencies and vibrations of this nature that's being emitted, and you're not doom scrolling on Instagram or social media all day like you usually are. It is an interruption in your daily pattern and routine, and you feel at peace. when you're on the hike. But the moment you end the hike, and you get back to your mundane, routine, reality, the city, as we like to call it, what happens? Right? You get back on the apps, and you're back to your usual, way that you feel. Right? You lose that feeling that you had during the hike, and it just becomes something that you only experience on hikes. Right? And so what if I told you that you can experience that feeling of, peace and tranquility throughout your day, even when you're in the city, even when you're, working towards the things that you want to work towards? How awesome would that be, right? Because what do you have? You have peace, you have energy, you don't have excessive stress. You're not thinking about random bullshit that, isn't conducive towards the things you want. And basically, the way to achieve this is by, disconnecting from social media. Okay? So basically, the advice that I'm going to give to you guys is that you should no longer subscribe to these social media apps. Okay? Now, I know deleting the app, going cold turkey like any other addiction, is not realistic. Okay? And that is why I have solutions. Okay? And one of the solutions is this app called Screen Zen. Okay, it's an app that allows you to set locks, and it basically kicks you out of apps, certain apps that you select, right? You choose these apps, and you can set a certain amount of opens per day and a certain amount of time. Basically, go get your fix for the day if needed, right? Set it on 15 minutes, maybe 20, 30 minutes per day. Go get your fix if you want. But once you get locked out, you're locked out. And you're back to being, peaceful and free for the rest of the day. And every day, every week, you want to taper down on that time, right? Until you're no longer, resorting to this addiction. Because it is an addiction. Going up and opening that app is an addiction, okay? And just to, put it in perspective, if you use your phone during, when you're on the toilet, right? You're sitting on the toilet. Do you realize how many videos you go through in the matter of, 20 minutes that you're sitting there? Hundreds, if not thousands. The amount of different sounds, colors, the amount of dopamine that it's exciting your neurons in a matter of 20 minutes. It's so artificial. And think like a casino. Okay, what keeps people in a casino? All the colors, all the sounds, all the ding ding ding, boom 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 boom, whatever. All this stimulation. That is what keeps people in casinos, and that is what's keeping you on these apps. These apps are psychologically designed for you to get addicted to them, because the longer that you're on the app, the more money they make. What do you know, right? It all leads back to money. But that's besides the point. Anyways, think how much content you consume in, a matter of just a 20-minute seating. Hundreds of videos. So much different stuff. And I bet you can't even name, 5 or 10 of those hundreds of videos you watch. Maybe you probably can't even name 3 that significantly stood out to you, because it's so zombie and brain dead like that. Boom, 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 boom. Right? And this is frying your brain cells. It is frying your neurons, okay? It is over excessively stimulating them, and it is setting a new standard for what's normal to your brain, right? This is why it feels so different when you're out in the mountains hiking, It feels so tranquil and peaceful because you don't have this excessive stimulation. You are in what's called the present moment when you're out hiking and you don't have a connection to these apps, right? And like I said, once you, slow down on social media, you're going to start feeling this way in your day-to-day. And you know what happens when you start feeling like this in your day-to-day? You begin to experience the things that you want to experience, right? And it's a beautiful thing. Don't mind the music, guys. One of the houses here is having a party, but anyways, it is a beautiful thing when you begin to experience things you want, and you don't want to stop doing what you're doing because it's working, right? And the beautiful thing is that you start feeling happier, start feeling less stressed, less depressed, start beginning to feel more in the present moment. and you're not addicted to these apps anymore, and you know, it really is a special feeling, okay? And I wish everyone could experience this. However, only the people that are looking for it. You know, this video found you. You stuck out through it this long. So I want you guys to make this change. Okay? So you can begin experiencing the things you want. Very simple concept. You know, get your attention and your focus back, right? Your time, etc. And begin focusing on the things you want, right? Is rotting on reels all day, 7 hours a day, what you want? Or, you know, for example, you know, getting that house you want, or starting a family, or getting the car, or traveling, or is that what you want, right? You have to be very clearly defined on what you want in life, because if you don't, you're going to be moving and time is going to go by, and basically going to be moving without, you know, a map, right? You don't have a map to the future, because you're focused on empty things such as social media, right? You guys starting to understand what I'm saying now? Is it starting to get pieced together? Because it all boils down to one thing: being in the present moment, right? Freeing up your time, your focus, and your attention to the present moment. Because let me tell you something: if you don't have Instagram or TikTok to resort to in, you know, in the middle of the day like you usually do, what are you gonna do? Stare at the wall? You know? Just no. You're gonna start on the things that, you know, matter to you. Oh shit, I have all this free time now. You know, what can I do now? What should I do now? Right? And that's when you start focusing on the things that matter to you. You begin to experience them. And it's like a snowball effect, and before you know it, you get the things you want. Before you know it, your YouTube channel blow up. Before you know it, you know, you learn that language you want to learn, or you're traveling in that country, blah, blah, blah. And it all boils down to opening up, you know, your time and your energy and etc. So, back to the social media addiction, guys. Screen Zen is one of my golden recommendations, and is, you know, for the most part, helps a lot of people get their foot in the door to ending their social media addiction. You can also go in your iPhone settings. I'm sure Android has the same thing, where it doesn't turn the screen on when you tap on it or when you look at it, right? Because let's say you're having focused work time and you're working on something you want, right? A lot of the times you take a quick peek at your phone, right? And you see a notification, and boom, that's when it starts, right? It's like a trigger. It's just like it's just like your porn addiction. You get exposed to one thing or another. You know, on Instagram, some stupid OnlyFans go, and boom, before you know it, you're down the rabbit hole. You're already on, you know, the hub and whatnot. So it's like any other addiction. Remove the triggers, right? Screen Zen. Remove the face sensor when you look at the phone. Don't have it turn on. Don't have the touch sensor on. These are all triggers, okay? Block your notifications from these apps. And once you get good enough, just fully delete the apps. Get back on when you want to post something. Or, you know, if you're running it for business-wise, it's going to require a little more discipline. Because, yes, you are on there for business, but let me tell you, a lot of people I know, including me, that are on these apps for business, have or are using it to also go on Reels. Okay, so don't try to, you know, cope your way out of it by saying, oh, I run my business page on Instagram. I need that. Sure, maybe you do run your business page. Your business page has nothing to do with, you know, rotting on Reels all day. Am I wrong? So, you know, set that timer on Screen Zen. Get on the app. Do, you know, 5-10 minutes a day. Increments. Respond to the DMs, etc. Do your business, close the sales, and boom, get back off the app. Or just delete it as a whole if it serves you no purpose. And if you're not running a business on it, more than likely, it doesn't serve you a purpose. Right? YouTube's the same thing. YouTube Shorts. I know I've been referencing Instagram and, you know, TikTok and whatnot, but yeah, any short form content, right? And so once you have all this free time, begin diverting your focus and your attention on the things that matter. Be very clear with what you want. Okay, how do you be clear with what you want? Okay, think of something that you don't have that, you know, pains you. Maybe I'm gonna give a very, you know, vague example over here, but I love sushi, right? I'm a sushi fanatic, and for example, there's a really crazy sushi place that I want to try, or I want to eat there all the time, but then you don't have the money for it, right? I know it's a stupid example, but I'm basically telling you there's things you want in this life, and not having it pains you, right? It could be finances, it could be, creative power, it could be a family, it could be anything, right? It could be a skill, right? It could be, literally anything, okay? But be clear with what you want, because when you do stop using social media, I'm telling you that your time is going to open up, and you're going to have a lot more availability to do the things that you do want. You're going to have availability in general. And so it's up to you. Are you going to go from one addiction to the other? Or are you going to go from one addiction to the things that you want? Right? So, anyways, guys, I hope that I got my point across. That this video is going to save you multiple years of your life and help you achieve the things that you want. Okay? So, listen. If you guys ever need help on overcoming addictions, make a comment and we could chat on Discord or Telegram for free. I just want to chat with you guys, and I want to help you guys overcome your addiction, and this would be a cool experience for us to get to know each other and help each other out. I don't have a group Discord yet. I'm just, private messaging you guys, but leave a comment below if you want help, and we'll get to it, because everybody deserves to experience the things that they want in this life. Okay, everybody deserves that. And there's a concept that, is geared towards achieving things that you want. And I explained that in this video. Where attention goes, energy flows. Right? And yeah, that clears up the video, guys. I hope you gained value from it. I hope you guys enjoyed this beautiful view. Apologize about the music. One of those neighbors were playing, but I'm sure, the background music that I have in the video probably neutralizes that music. But yeah, thank you for watching. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next video. You awesome human being. Bye-bye.